In this video, your favorite board games are going to come alive with Hasbro Family Game Night 3 for the Wii. Yes, in this video, we're going to be talking about Hasbro Family Game Night 3 for the Wii. Before I start talking about it, though, I want to show you the trailer for Hasbro Family Game Night 3. So here's the trailer for it.
Hey! Woo!
Alright, so in the trailer, the only game from the trailer they don't have, if you look at the box art from the trailer, they have Trivial Pursuit, not in this game. Alright, so I'm going to go through and talk about all the games on Hasbro Family Game Night 3. The games they have are Clue, Game of Life, Yahtzee, Hands Down, Twister, and Mousetrap. I'm going to start off with the worst game in this game, which is Twister. You have to do motion controls plus clicking buttons. You click either the A or B button, or you go up and down, left and right. It's a mixture of memory and Dance Dance Revolution. In this game, excuse me, you have to, Mr. Potato Head, your host for Hasbro Family Game Night, will do a certain move. Like it'll be A, wiggle the Wiimote left and right, and press the B button. And then you have to copy that at the correct time, like Dance Dance Revolution. It would not read my controls. When I went up and down or left and right, it did not read them. The controls were just bad in this Twister game. It was the worst game. I did not try it with 2 players, so I can't tell you if it's better with 2 players or not. But when I was doing it, it would not register left and right or up and down. We're going to talk about the Game of Life was a bad one. It's not a bad game. It's a good game in here. It's long and boring. After a while, it takes like an hour to play the Game of Life. I got through only half of it. I was spinning all 10s. So I went through college like that. I got married like that. Bought my house like that. I basically hit retirement in 20 spins. That's how fast I went around this board. The other players kept hitting, 3s and 4s and 2s and, and they weren't really going around the board as fast as I was. I had to sit there and watch the other players play. They don't let you skip the other players' turns, which stinks. You have to sit there and watch, especially if you're playing with 4 people. You have to sit and watch 4 people take their turns. And another bad thing is the game wants you to click the A button. So it's like, it's now Jennifer's turn. And that message will not go away until you click the A button. So you can't just sit there and watch the game. You have to interact, like, when text appears on the screen. So that's bad, but it's just boring. I didn't even get through the whole thing. It was too boring for me to sit there and watch all the other players play. I wasn't even doing anything. All right, another game is Yahtzee Hands Down. Tough game if you have never played it. I've never played Yahtzee Hands Down. I think it's a new card game from Hasbro, like the new game like Scrabble Slam and the Monopoly Deal cards. I think it's like that. It's easy to pick up, though. Once you learn the rules and how it works, it's easy to pick up. Easy to pick up. All right, we're going to talk about Clue next. And Clue is one of my favorite Hasbro board games. I think my top 3 favorite games from Hasbro, my top 4 are Monopoly first, and then I like the Game of Life. I like the Game of Life, not on here, like I said, but in real life. And I like Clue, and I like Mousetrap. So when I saw this game had Clue, Game of Life, and Mousetrap, I had to pick it up. Or when I heard about it on the internet that it had those. Back to Clue, though. Clue is the same kind of format as the board game. You find out who killed Mr. Body, where, and with what object. You know the suspects: Colonel Mustard, Mr. Green, Professor Plum, Miss Scarlet, Mrs. Peacock, and Mrs. White. I know all those just from memory. I play too much Clue, as you know. And now in the original game, some of the places are like the conservatory, the lounge, the study, the hall, the kitchen, the dining room, the billiard room, the ballroom. I think that's all of them. Wow. Wow, I play too much Clue. Okay, but anyways, these do not have those rooms. This is a completely revamped board. It's got like a spa. It's got like a patio. It has the three from the original board game it has is the hall, the kitchen, and the dining room. But like the study has been turned into the observatory. It's really weird. It's really weird. And they also updated some of the weapons too. The classic weapons are in there. They've got they actually not even all the weapons from the classic game. They have the candlestick. They've got the knife. They've got the revolver, which is not even a revolver anymore. They have and the rope. They don't have the lead pipe. They don't have the wrench. I don't know why. I don't know why. Some of the new weapons they have in here, they have a baseball bat. They have a oh gosh, they have a really bizarre one. They have an axe. This is supposed to be a children's game, and Miss Scarlet's gonna kill Professor or Mr. Body with an axe in the observatory. Whatever. So Clue is good. Clue, I like Clue. It was very well done. And my favorite game was Mousetrap. I love Mousetrap on here. The only thing about Mousetrap is this one gets a little boring too, because most people when they play Mousetrap set the whole contraption up and then they play through the board. So this one you actually have to go through and get the pieces and assemble the contraption, but it works the same way. You go around the board and then you try to be the last one surviving and don't get captured by the big basket that falls on you. And you know that the Mousetrap, you turn the crank, it hits the boot knocks the bucket, which tips the ball goes down the ramp, the ball goes down another ramp, hits the hand bumps the ball up on top of this pedestal, it goes down into the bathtub, which goes through the bathtub drain, hits the man, he teeter-totters into the bucket of water, and then it shakes the basket, and the basket falls on the little mouse. The really cool thing about Mousetrap, though, is there's no mice. It is your Mii's. Your Mii characters are the mice in this game. You're dressed up as mice, go around the board, which is really cool. Also in this game, there's also expanded versions or extended versions of the game. And it enhances the game and changes the gameplay just a little differently. In Mousetrap, instead of building a contraption, you're going around this board and you have to collect 8 pieces of cheese. And every time you land on a certain space, you get to build a special contraption from the Mousetrap game, such as the giant boot that swings around. If you avoid the boot, you get to keep your cheese. If you get hit by one of the contraptions, it gets rid of 1 piece of cheese. And like in Clue, you have an extra plague dice, which is when you roll it, the lights go out in the mansion or one of the rooms gets eliminated, so you get a better chance of finding out who killed Mr. Body. In the Game of Life, if you land on a red space, some of your money gets depleted. So the extended game really gets cool. It's really cool. The extended play enhances the games are really cool too. I'm going to talk about Hasbro Family Game Night 3, also 1 and 2. Hasbro Family Game Night 3 is out of stock in a lot of places, believe it or not. A lot of places don't have it. I know I went to Best Buy. It's on back order in Best Buy. It was supposed to come out Tuesday, so it's supposed to come out the 26th. It was back ordered at Best Buy for at least 2 weeks. Target didn't have it in stock. I found it at GameStop. So go to GameStop if you want to buy this game. Based on the gameplay, I suggest I'm doing ratings of buy, rent, or skip for the rent. It's not worth a buy because some of the games are a little boring. Some of the games have messed up motion controls. So with that being said, I say either skip it, or if you are a fan of the other two Hasbro Family Game Nights, you should buy this game, or you should rent this game, I should say. And speaking of Hasbro Family Game Night, 1 and 2 I have not done a review of because I don't have this game. Because when I saw it had Clue, Game of Life, and Mousetrap in it, I thought, I'm going to pick this up. The people who make this, EA Games, are going to come out with Hasbro Family Game Night 1 and 2 in a bundle. $40 for 1 and 2. When just one of these games costs $40. So if you want to pick up 1 and 2 and try those out, you're going to come out with a bundle of 1 and 2. This game is $40 at GameStop. That's why I say it's worth a skip. It's worth actually a buy if the price comes down. If it comes down to about $20, I'd say that it's definitely worth a buy because it's a great game. But $40 is a little too high to go out and spend for this game. So that's Hasbro Family Game Night 3 and of course, comment below if you have this game or you're gonna buy it or whatever. Comment below.